The conversation that's not been had is when mothers finally let their let their ex see their children after years of keeping them away because the children are getting out of hand with them, and then the children come to the father and they're not used to being told no. This is a conversation that's not really been talked about. Uh, Most women are emotional and they just say yes, baby, yes, okay. They do things to suffice the child to keep them from acting up and being irritating and aggravated. Um, but a father, I tell them no for their good to help them learn. And then when a child comes to a father after all those beginning learning years and is told no, that's when they want to show their ass. And they're past the stage of getting the ass whooping. And you go through all these phases of having a child rebelling against you in their teenage years or early adult years before they're actually adult because you've missed out on the raising stage, raising them stage when it was moldable, when they were able to be molded and taught the right way. You get them when they're already scarred, when they're already molded into something bad and something that's not what you expect them to be, even though that's your seed. And it's all the woman's fault for keeping them away. And it gets to the point to the woman, it don't matter about the money no more. Okay, let me just get these bad behind children out my house. Let me send them to their father because they're too bad now. And that's a conversation that's kind of been avoided, And fathers with a heart, they still have a heart. They take them in and they try to train them up, try to teach them, and try to mold them from the point where they are, trying to love them at the point they are. But what the word tells us to do is to raise them and teach them if they want to be raised and teach. They have to reach out to you. They cannot be against you, defiant. It'll drain you, man. It'll drain you. Send them back to their mother or just let them do their own thing, But they have to want to know and do better. They will have to want to follow your ways, your laws, your way of living, your way of instruction, your way of operating and learning life and teaching life. They have to want to do that. And then once children get to know their father and see that he's a good man and they see why he left their mom, things generally work out then. And then they become that the hearts of the children are returned back to the father and everything falls in place and they learn their father's ways. You got some children return to their father in their 20s, 23, 24, and the impact, the short time that they're with their father, when they come back, the impact of their father resonates with them, and they become the person they're supposed to become because it completes that part that was missing. And the word of God is real, so it kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, this conversation needs to be had, man. No father wants to be a baby daddy. A father wants to be in-house father, in-house dad. He don't want to be no baby daddy. This term came up in the new generation. Fathers want to be fathers and they want to lead their home, but a woman has to allow that to happen. That's how you stick together. And a lot of women don't accept accountability. They want the easy way. They want what they want. They want to do what they want, and they use and abuse all the time. All the early years when the child is moldable to get what they want, to get the money they need. They use the child as a meal ticket, as a rent payer, as a food stamp getter. They use the child for all that stuff. They're not really raising the child. But then the child grows up and gets unbearable, and then they want to send them to the father. And that's when the real life starts happening for the child. and the woman wants no part of it, then go to your daddy. Go to your daddy. And the child has to want to learn from their father to benefit. If not, if it's just rebellion all the time, you got to let go. They have to reach out. They have to want to be taught by the father.